US-born viscountess reveals the very quirky traditions Meghan must embrace after marrying Harry, from snacking on vodka-infused tomato soup to learning the proper way to pass the salt. Now, Viscountess Hintonbrook, herself an American who married into the British aristocracy, has revealed how Meghan will need to adapt, from embracing their family tweeds to developing a taste for tomato soup infused with vodka. The mother of four, 44, who was born in rural Illinois, met her husband Luke Montague, whose ancestor the 4th Earl of Sandwich gave his name to the popular lunch staple, at a party in 2003. They married a year later at Mapperton, the family's exquisite Jacobean family pile described by Country Life as the finest manor house in England, with Julia wearing the family tiara. And one of the biggest shocks to the system as the yoga instructor became part of one of Britain's oldest aristocratic families, was the impeccable manners required. The constant please and thank you is wonderful to be around, it's so positive, she told Female. Of course, we use these words too in the USA but not near as often. I've learned to love the formalities, the drinks parties, the family tweed, the family crest, the 11s at shoots and the afternoon tea. It's the rich history that I find fascinating. Walking through our family home now, Mapperton, and seeing paintings and furniture that are older than my country and learning about who they are and where they came from still fascinates me to this day, and I suspect Meghan will feel the same. Well, for one, they are cold. Much colder than the LA temperature that she grew up in. Most stately homes that she will be visiting for dinner parties and events do keep the temperature low due to the expensive painting and furniture. If it's too hot or the heat on above a certain temperature, that can damage the paintings and furniture. I believe the ideal temp is 16°C. So, she will have to get used to colder homes than she's used to. I certainly did. And perhaps invest in some really good woolly hats to wear even in summer. Food. Meghan can expect different cuts of meat than what we are used to in the States. For example, venison is incredibly popular to serve at dinner parties and shoot parties, as well as boar with crackling. Yes, I remember being served boar once and with all the crackling and had no idea you were supposed to eat it. And lamb is much more common here in the UK to serve as a main alongside parsnips or celeriac. We really don't eat parsnips or celeriac in the States. I hadn't a clue what they were until I moved over here. Drinks. I'm sure Meghan will be going on a lot of shoots, and she can definitely expect sloe gin. I immediately thought it would be, well, just like gin, a clear drink and taste the same. Not the case. Sloe gin is red liquor, and of course the tomato soup infused with vodka while eating sausages for her 11s during the shoots. Leisure. Meghan can expect lots of long walks. The British aristocracy love to go on long country walks first thing in the morning and after lunch, rain or shine. So, she will have to invest in a good pair of wellies, that will definitely be a new term for Meghan, and a traditional waterproof for the rain. Americans would just call it a pair of boots and a trench coat. And of course, there is shooting. Pheasants, that is. Prince Harry likes to shoot, and so Meghan will most likely be wearing the family tweed, a pair of +4s and some shooting socks while she accompanies Prince Harry out on the drives and for the 11s and the long lunches that are traditional in big shoots. Etiquette. Here in the UK, we use so many forks, knives, spoons, goblets and bizarre-looking small pots for cream, butter, hot water, sauces and so on. She will have to get to grips with the lavish table setting, for example, what fork is used for what course and so on with the knives and spoons. There is also smaller things like knowing when to speak with the person on her left and then switches to speak to the person on the right. Also, pouring water or wine when hosting a party. Meghan will most certainly know now that you always fill everyone else's glasses up first before your own. And anything that needs to be passed to someone across the table must be passed person by person around the table until it reaches the right chair. Beauty. When I first moved here nearly 2 decades ago, I was certainly surprised with the idea of a blow-dry and how often people get them. And she can certainly expect to be visiting the salon more to have her hair blow-dried for what's going to be endless public appearances. What I do love about Meghan, however, is that she remains down to earth and relatable to the everyday woman, using more affordable beauty bargains like Nivea Q10 body lotion. Thankfully it's stocked over here in the UK too, and has been upgraded with added vitamin C.